The Rain Man Show contains adult language and discussions. If you're easily offended, do not continue to listen.
From the Cave of Wonders and recorded live in the presence of gods, where heroes are forged and the weak perish, we welcome you to the Rain Man Show.
What's your name?
Rain Man. Rain Man. Rain Man. Rain Man.
Fuck you! That's my name!
Rain Man.
Set up, double-crossed, and left foot dead.
Fuck me? No. Fuck you.
Rain Man.
Framed for murder, now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a bounty hunter, a renegade.
But the few who remain, battle to the last. No one has ever known evil among them.
Good day, everybody. This is the Rain Man Show, Rain Man Digital. You can find all our broadcasts via Stitcher and iTunes. Search Rain Man. So, yeah, took a week off. I had a few people asking me what happened to the show last week. What happened to the shows last week? And I needed a break. I told myself that after 10 shows, I needed a mini vacation. Every 10 shows equals a mini vacation for Miguel Flores. That's what I have to say. In order for me to cope, that's what I need to do.
So you went to Comic-Con?
No. It's funny because I said I was going to San Diego, and the first thing I got was an onslaught of tweets. Oh my God, go to Comic-Con, let's meet up. And I was like, actually, no, I'm not going to Comic-Con. I'm going to the second best thing. Actually, the worst next best thing. SeaWorld.
Blackfish?
Oh.
Yeah, people were upset.
Did you get boycotted?
Yeah. Shamu used to be such a nice story to tell. Now it's like, oh, shame on you, good sir.
Were there protests?
No, actually not. I was hoping to see some. I was going to pick up a sign and like march with them for a second to make a joke.
Was it less crowded though? Like
No. It was a fiasco. It was insane.
SeaWorld?
Yes.
At SeaWorld. Well, I was hoping, like, well, you know, because I'm from a small town, I still think small.
Yeah.
And because I'm from Tucson. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Everyone's going to be at the Comic-Con. It's going to be a ghost town at SeaWorld.
The Comic-Con.
So there was some flaws in my line of thinking. It was literally packed. Worse than I've ever seen any theme park I've ever been to. I mean, I've been
they're outraged at Shamu, but they still show
Exactly.
up.
Oh, we hate this place, but let's go there anyways. And pet Flipper. The Shamu show is boring as hell now. Like, it used to be cool because the people, the trainers used to get inside.
Yeah.
You know, do you remember that, Melissa? When
Yeah.
They used to get inside with Shamu.
And swim with them
Yeah.
and do jumps and
Yeah,
stuff.
now all they do is bribe them with fish, which they've always done. But now all they do is, like, they wave their hands from a platform.
They got
like,
smart.
yay,
They just
yay.
realized these are killer whales. That's what they just started to realize. I'll get into the tank with the killer whale. Yeah, Shamu's nice. Look at the plush. It's just as cuddly as the plush. Oh, my God. It's dragging me to the bottom of the pool.
Yeah. It's the same people that, same idea, the same people that try to, like, own monkeys and think they're going to be okay. Oh, but look at this. My pet monkey is a chimpanzee. He's so friendly until you take away ice cream from him and he kills your neighbor.
True.
It's a good thing Blackfish came out, because I think down the
Oh,
road,
dude, Blackfish, come on.
SeaWorld probably would have started introducing shark petting. You know, they would have probably introduced pools where you could actually go in and actually get to know the great white.
Yeah, because they're not. They only attack you if they're hungry, Tony. That's what they say.
Well, they don't like humans.
Yeah. So let's say they're a peaceful fish.
does?
I always think it's funny when like the marine biologists are like, "Well, great whites are a peaceful fish." I'm like, "Do you see those teeth? Those teeth don't belong in anything friendly."
That's why, like, even though
if you see like somebody from the Ozarks and they have teeth like that, you better run away because they're going to eat you.
That's why, even though I am technically a Pacific Islander, there's no way that I would want to swim too far into the ocean.
Too far, Tony.
Yeah, because you just don't know what's actually beneath. I mean, the surface.
Yeah.
You you look down. And
Well, Tony, there's lots of aquatic life beneath
Yes.
the ocean.
And you see those videos of like whales coming out of like while they're filming, while they're on a kayak, and next thing you know, there's a blue whale.
Yeah.
Or a
Doing a flip
sperm
next
whale.
to you.
Yeah.
I always like saying that name. When I was a kid, I always said that name. What's your favorite whale, Michael, in class? Like, the sperm whale. Like, why?
Isn't it obvious?
What does it look like? I don't know. White and gelatinous, a little sticky sometimes they feel, right?
I gotta say though, living in Arizona, you go out to San Diego, the weather is just absolutely perfect. But it was a lot more humid.
You think? Well, I was like, I get so excited when I go out of town. Like, I know we were all in San Diego for different things, right?
Yeah.
Melissa, you were there for Comic-Con, but you didn't go with Tony.
No.
So everybody was in San Diego, which is funny.
Yeah.
And then Maggie, you were in San Diego.
Yep.
I get so excited when I leave Arizona in the summertime because nothing is as hot as this place. There is even if you go to like Death Valley, which is that you might think that might be pretty deadly because the name is not nearly as bad as what it is in Arizona.
Yeah.
So when I leave town, I'm like, yes. My mom's like, do you want to take your kid to SeaWorld with us? We're gonna go. I'm like, yeah, of course. I mean, that'll be fun. Like, and I can get out of the weather. It's a win-win. Of course, it wasn't a win-win. The humidity was 90%.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what that felt like. 90% humidity. It's basically just as hot because of the humidity. I was just as miserable there, walking around outside, the same as when I'm here walking around outside.
I actually had the nerve to bring a windbreaker because I was thinking that it was going to cool down during the evening hours.
I thought
that was stupid.
You know what?
Hey.
You know what?
I brought a sweater too.
Be fair to yourself, Tony, because I did the same thing. I brought a leather jacket. I brought a hoodie. No, it didn't happen.
Didn't even get a chance. I used it as a towel.
Were
you miserable, Melissa?
Oh, yeah. It was funny. I camped out for the first time at Comic-Con.
No.
Yeah,
wow.
and I thought I was going to be freezing, so I brought all these blankets and, like, a sleeping bag. Yeah, I slept on top of everything, and I was, like, fanning myself the whole night.
It was hot at night, too?
Because all the people are around and all the bodies, and it just, I don't know.
And the worst part about the smell.
Oh,
yeah. Those people don't bathe.
You know what? The first person that invents, like, a device that deodorizes the entire con... Because that's a known thing now. Everybody talks about it. The con, what's it called? The con smell. It's such a known thing now. Even people who don't go to Comic-Cons, oh yeah, I hear people stink there. I'm like, well, when you have like, not everybody stinks, but when you have okay, I'll give you an example. When I go to the gym to work out, there's always that one motherfucker who refuses to wear deodorant. It's just one person because every time he walks by me, I get a really bad whiff of it. Mm-hmm. But he stinks up the entire gym.
Yeah.
So imagine if you had just 5 of those terrorists in the convention. Just 5, okay?
You could smell them from the other side of the convention.
They could just like pump Febreze through the vents.
No, I think they should.
I don't know.
Yes, like do a Jack Bauer 24 thing, and like just like you pump like a virus into the ventilation. Yeah. Do the same thing with Febreze. It works for the viruses in the movies, so why can't it work for a deodorizer?
They're giving out freebies all the time at these conventions. They ought to just give out those
free deodorants,
those deodorant trees,
or little Axe sprays,
Yeah,
dude.
just hand it out.
Just put Spider-Man on it and they'll wear it, right?
Yeah.
Or do they hand out soap and just like a little wink and said, like, here you go.
Just in case.
Have like sniff detectors at the door.
Oh.
Nope, can't come in.
Or
you
just
could
spray them with Febreze
or
as
just
soon
go
as they
with
walk
the
in.
flow, you know, like you have zombies there, you might as well have people in hazmat suits, and then as soon as you walk through the door, give them a good spray.
That's the next thing. We should do that
Yeah,
at the next
make
con.
lots of money. Comic-Con overload, okay? Because I think everybody's kind of fed. I didn't even go, and I was fed up after Saturday afternoon with the post because,
I was fed up on Thursday.
Like, it must just be the people that I follow. We're all like have similar interests, so like everybody seemed to be there.
Yeah.
Everyone, and it was just okay. I'm done. Things
That's
awesome.
a good point. You know, with everything that's being posted on Facebook and Twitter, you really didn't have to be physically at the Comic-Con.
No, not at all.
You could have gotten everything you experienced through your
Well,
smartphone.
the reason why I want to go, is for all the news updates on the television shows that I watch, and you don't even need to go no more because people are releasing it as they're talking about it. It's there. In fact, Supernatural did a live broadcast during the Comic-Con, and I'm like, okay, well then, you know what? I don't need to go. You know, I don't want to piss any zombie fans off. You know, I don't want to piss any zombie fans off out there. But how come the zombie nuts always seem to be the oddest? For example, the Phoenix Comic-Con like 2 months ago. Okay, it's hot as balls outside.
Yeah.
And you have like a group of zombie guys just hanging out, doing absolutely nothing because they're in characters. They won't speak to you. They won't really move very fast. They're moving absolutely slow because they're trying to get lunch.
Yeah.
So they're crossing the street, and it takes them 20 minutes to cross the street because they're walking like zombies. I'm like, come on. Is there a part of you that just says, God damn it, I'm fucking hungry, and I just need to get some lunch?
Or it's hot.
Yeah. It's just, it's ridiculous. But these zombie guys always seem to be the ones who take it too far. They really do. And I know there's a big controversy right now because I guess the annual zombie walk kind of took a left turn into an old lady.
Literally.
Yeah, outside the Comic-Con, zombies attack a deaf family. Number one, a deaf family.
Well, they didn't know in their defense.
Yeah, no, apparently, like there was at least one family that didn't realize that San Diego Comic-Con was going on.
Yeah, they attacked a deaf family in their car.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, it got to the point where they were jumping on the car and beating on the windshield.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, now the zombie walk people, to be fair to them, said these people were not affiliated with them. They were actually part of the walk. They were miscellaneous zombies. I'm like, where do you draw the line? I'm like, miscellaneous zombies now?
You're
like
all
you guys
the
are.
same.
I mean,
Do
you
we
guys
need
are
to register these people?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
segregating. Are these the Rosa Parks of zombies? Like
Yeah.
you don't accept them on the bus? Like I don't understand that. What makes you not a part of the zombie walk when you're when you're
you're a
outside on the street within a couple feet of them?
They
They're
probably have
not
to
part
have
of
like
they're not part of the
authentic.
group. They're not part of the clique.
Authentic. Excuse me, your zombie outfit's not officially approved by the zombie walk.
The Star Troopers do it. Don't
they
even.
really?
Oh yeah, that's a very serious thing. You have to be like precisely up to code. I don't know the zombie culture, but
Code, or else you're gonna get fined.
pretty much.
Yeah, some like there's certain cosplay groups that have regulations. You know, like if you want to be part of
The
their
Mandalorians
yeah,
do.
exactly. You got to like follow the certain code and certain like colors or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's very serious business.
Is there any of these groups have codes about getting laid? Hey guys, our
The
code
furries.
is
That's not necessary.
our
I don't
code.
think, for those
Hey guys,
groups.
our code in this group is to get our rocks off. Okay, that's
It's
our
the
code.
furries.
Yeah. You know what? That
It's
is
the
that is
furries.
one fandom that's just all about the freak.
Yeah.
It really is.
They just want to get their groove on.
I need to join the furries. I think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just got a weird visual of that.
Yeah, so did I.
I'm a raccoon. Look at me, my tail.
That is pretty hot right now, though.
Yeah. Can he be a fox instead?
Oh, a bunch of morons, not mooses, sorry. A bunch of morons dressed as zombies attacked a car outside Comic-Con last night. This was actually Wednesday, I believe.
Yep.
Smashing the windshield and scaring the family inside, with the driver ultimately running over a woman as she tried to drive away.
Oh, geez.
Now, from what I heard,
As
because
he tried to drive away.
now from what I heard, because I was in San Diego at the time, and ironically, we were walking down that intersection, and then when we got to the hotel, I turned on the TV, and that's like the main story on local news.
Yeah.
That you know,
Of course
like
it's gonna be.
hit and run driver
Yeah.
goes through
Zombie.
a Comic-Con incident. Apparently, like this is from what I gather from their point of view on the news is they said that the driver just wanted to get through and just kept creeping and creeping.
No,
and
I have the video. He didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of stories. I'm gonna be fair to everybody, so I'm gonna read all the updates as well. Okay, San Diego PD says the insane scene unfolded during the annual zombie walk, where people dress up as undead and stumble down the street. But during the walk, the zombies approached a car, stopped at an intersection, and began attacking the vehicle. Despite the fact there was a family inside, including 2 small children. Cops say the zombies began beating on the car, with someone even jumping on the hood and smashing the windshield.
I did see the smash.
Turns out every family member in the car is deaf. Okay? You imagine how horrified they were? They probably didn't even know what a Comic-Con was. And cops say they began to get scared because deaf people don't know what Comic-Cons are, obviously, according to me. They can't see it. The driver tried to punch it out of there and drive away, and struck a 64-year-old woman in the process. The woman, who was not in the zombie march, was hospitalized and has a broken arm. Police say no arrests have been made so far, but they are investigating. Now, this was as of Wednesday. Now, the additional updates say that this is where the justification comes in for the zombie walk. A lot of the updates say that these members were not officially a part of the zombie walk.
okay.
They were a group off to themselves. The police even said that the zombie walk people were small in comparison to what their RSVP, because on Facebook they RSVP'd over 800 people. And in the past, they've had 500-600 people. So I'm like, okay, even if you're not 800, if you're rolling, you know what? Let's be very conservative with the number here. Let's say you're rolling 60 deep. That's it. Which I'm sure there was way more than that. Let's say there were 60 zombies walking in the street in San Diego. That's still a damn lot of people. When you visualize 60 people bunched together, murmuring and dragging their feet, that's a lot of people.
For San Diego Comic-Con, if it was an official or unofficial event being hosted by the San Diego Comic-Con, you have to expect that it's going to be a huge crowd. I mean, there's like a lot of people at the convention center. A lot of people flooded downtown.
Yeah.
So it's like 800. That sounds like a lot by any sort of stand.
That's a lot for a walk, man.
Yeah, but
imagine
San
800
Diego
people. I know, but imagine 800 people in the street.
Yes.
That's the problem. I'm surprised San Diego, yes, they probably locked down streets, and I get that. But 800 people in a street, period. Yeah. Doesn't that sound a little bit on a street? Imagine how wide is a street?
Well,
they weren't too wide when I was driving downtown.
So you have 800 people jumbled in a street. Now there's a reason why you only allow a certain amount of people in a room for fire hazards. You only have like 60 people in this room. Okay, There should be the same thing for loitering in a street, even though it is blocked off. You have 800 people loitering. That's a safety issue, because one person trips and falls, or let's say one person decides to pull out a gun and shoot it in the air. Guess what? People are going to be stampeded.
But that can happen at the con. And I mean, the
Yes,
thing about
it
it
can.
is, when you have these races, or like, we do Pat's Run, it's really big in Arizona,
Right.
where we are, like, there's 2,000 to 3,000 people as part of that walk or that run. The problem is they themed it around Comic-Con, so
Right.
you might have 800 people, but how are you going to crowd control when you've got
Exactly, that's
like
the thing, the
tens
crowd
of
control.
thousands? I don't think it's tens of thousands, but you've got close to 10,000 people out there in addition to this run that you're trying to organize.
I agree.
There's no way to make that a separate
It's not
event.
It's not an easy fix by
No.
any means.
I don't think
However, the
San-
zombie walk people have said that they will not be doing this anymore. So obviously they got scared.
No, I don't think San Diego Comic-Con even knew about this, because it was never part of their advertisement.
No,
they never did
I
talk-
always see them talking about it. The zombie walk. Maybe it's not an official part of their thing.
Yeah, I didn't see it in
They
their
have like
event
the
guide.
zombie dance.
It wasn't.
or
It wasn't an official event.
Listen,
because
if this
I didn't-
old bag wanted to sue, she's going to be suing the Comic-Con because it happened in their area, and they're gonna, and you know what? If I was an old lady, I would effing sue.
Yeah,
I think the bottom line is that
They ran me over.
Yeah, the bottom line is
Someone's
that
going to pay me.
for that amount of people. There should have been adequate crowd control.
Yeah.
There should have been at least someone there to tell anybody driving through there, goes, the street's closed
They shouldn't
off.
have been driving through there in the first
Exactly.
place.
Exactly.
So
it sounds like more to me that it was something that was concocted at the last minute, and no one bothered to even close off any streets. They just went ahead and did it.
I don't know if the Zombie Walk is part of the San Diego Comic-Con.
It's not officially a part of it, but it is. But it's very promoted along with it. Not maybe officially through official channels, but it's no different than the 501st. Getting together and say we're going to be having an event outside across the street.
Well, then maybe they should make it a part of it because that's what the Phoenix Comic-Con does, and they make a whole big deal about it, and they have the right precautions.
The last thing people want to see Phoenix Comic-Con is become.
All right, Okay, I have audio from the place. This actually is, though. I'm not joking, like I usually do. This is actually audio from the accident. Okay. I always pretend I have audio, but this is actually really audio. Okay. This is true audio, dude. I'm not joking. This is audio that someone recorded from a video. You see the car plowing through the old lady. Okay, this isn't no small accident. Yes, they're lucky one lady got hurt.
It could have been worse.
You see kids crying. There's 3 kids right caught on camera, like weeping. Like they had no idea what was happening. Shame on the parents as well. This upsets me. That I know it's supposed to be an event for the kids, but why are your kids in the street like this? Like, it upsets me because I don't care if I had my kid who's 6 years old. He's not going to be in the street, even near an effing car, trying to move its way through the street.
Was the driver panicked? Like, did they...
They're deaf!
Well, okay, assume that you're driving in a car, you're deaf, and these people start jumping on your car.
No, hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. Stop for a second, okay? This is what they felt, okay? Everybody start shaking your fist and say nothing.
They can talk. But the fact is that the people
all they see is monsters. They don't know it's fake.
Well, they were also hitting the car, hitting the windshield,
right?
And like they're being attacked. Right. So of course if they don't know what's going on, they're going to be freaking terrified.
It just goes back to the point: if they didn't realize San Diego Comic-Con was going on, and if I'm driving down the street and I see a bunch of whacked out, zombie
the end of the world
crowd coming towards me, I would probably do the same thing. I'd probably.
Oh shit! You know what? I actually do have additional audio as well. They actually updated the site. Check it out. This actually is directly from Comic-Con, right when the deaf people ran through people. I guess an entire epidemic happened. Yeah.
Got out in time. They were on their way to SeaWorld.
What if they were also foreign?
Seriously, the only thing missing from that audio is the gunfire.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay, put the audio of them talking, or of the people screaming. Now let's put the zombies in.
That's pretty intense.
You got yourself something from a movie, and then now let's put the actual gunfire.
Hey, welcome to San Diego Comic-Con.
Hey everybody, welcome to San Diego Comic-Con. We have an actual zombie epidemic, but we only attack deaf people in a car. Not just one, but 4 family members that are all deaf. Now, they have 2 small kids in their car, right?
Yeah.
Now, deafness isn't genetic, right? Why are their kids deaf too?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, are they actually related? Or
is it genetic or what?
I don't know.
That's an effed up family. That's like
man.
That's like the
maybe
coolest...
they adopted deaf kids to fit in.
I'd adopt somebody who can actually
or they were
hear.
jealous, or they were jealous and just pop their eardrums at birth. Come here, little Susie. You can't hear things.
If I'm adopting...
If I can't, you can't either. We're all going to grow up the same. I have actually audio from that. When they pop their eardrums, I actually have audio from the scene. It's legit. This is true journalism, isn't it, Melissa?
Oh, yeah.
I'm live from the scene of Comic-Con, where an old bag just got ran over by a car full of deaf people. So stupid. Oh, man. Hey, so, dude, nobody likes the freaking Wonder Woman thing.
It's just a bunch of geeks.
Nobody likes Wonder Woman.
It's
I
Xena.
actually got excited when I saw it. I wasn't up for it. And then when I saw the
I'll give you
picture,
my 2 cents on it. One, at least she's not wearing pants like in the comic books.
yeah.
And 2, it's just a bunch of comic book geeks and nerds, probably a good number of them who just are looking for something to bitch about.
Have you seen it, Melissa?
Yeah, I saw it. You know what the funny thing is? I didn't like when they cast her, so I was pissed off.
Neither did
about
I. I
that
thought
to
she was
begin
real.
with.
I don't want to sound rude. I thought she was way too skinny.
That's what I did
That's
too.
what
I
everyone
posted
thought.
a photo of her next to Linda Carter, and
Yeah.
I was like, it's awful. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a misogynist, but like Linda Carter again is my only example because I didn't read Wonder Woman comics. I never
Right.
cared enough. But she was very hourglassy, like to the extreme.
She was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I expected them to do something like that again.
Because she's supposed to be a strong Amazon woman, you know, like I don't know, but I have to say I saw the costume and I kind of liked it.
I did
Like
too.
I didn't see why people were upset about it.
And I thought she looked very pretty in it too. I was like,
you know, I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that she pushed back filming because she wanted to like buff up and like work on her
She
body.
has,
and I
actually.
see an improvement. I do.
Yeah, all you have to do is just give it time. It's like the movie's not going to come out until 2016,
Well-
so that's why I'm not even like.
everybody's saying, "Hey, why don't you look like what she should look like Linda Carter's like costume? The costume's terrible." And I'm like, do you guys please Google Linda Carter's costume from the 60s
It's
or
pretty
from the
bad.
70s? Do you really want the costume to look like that? People, listen, they upgrade things to fit the times, just like Superman's not wearing red underwear no more.
It's
Okay,
it's the
they
lasting
finally
limit.
upgraded his costume to say that just is odd that a grown man walks around with red underwear over his uniform.
I never really thought about it until you said it.
Yeah, and now the new Superman does it. I mean, it's just they're trying to upgrade it and make it more realistic. A lot of the because they said the colors are too dark, but everything nowadays is desaturated tones. If you look at Arrow, it's not a lot of bright colors. Everything's desaturated to give it more of a world-weathered, worldly look. That's
Well,
the whole
even
point.
Superman's costume, it's not the bright blue and red.
In the mic.
I am in the mic.
Oh, I can't. For some reason, you sound echo. Oh, you are on the mic. You're like on it.
I'm eating it.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited with the Batman costume and the look.
I don't know.
I mean, it's
They didn't really show anything. They just showed
could-
Ben Affleck with a helmet.
He looks
it's a lot
cartoony.
like the Frank Miller.
Yes.
It-
A lot of
and
people,
I
people
will
said
tip
film
my hat.
noir. People said
I-
the film noir look, and I'm like,
I will
sweet.
tip my hat to Zack Snyder. I said,
Well-
okay, well then go ahead. You
Yeah.
know, you gotta go that route. Then so far so good.
Don't go nowhere. The Rain Man will be right back. Hey everyone, I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for the ongoing support. Each and every week, Rain Man grows more and more, and you can help us continue to grow by sharing the show with a friend. Also, visit our advertisers, Adam and Eve, Dollar Shave, and Backstage Casting by just going to RainManWasHere.com and clicking on the links. You can also follow the show on Twitter at RainManWasHere, and by retweeting and favoriting our promotional and show tweets, you help our show gain more recognition. Thank you, and keep listening. And don't forget to share the show. And now, North Koreans cry over the death of their great and powerful leader. Are they crying? Or is it the zombie apocalypse? Crying? Zombie apocalypse.
Oh, God, that's funny. Oh, that's good stuff.
The Rain Man Show. Calling it like we see it.
This is Star Wars from the Bunker Tank exclusive.
Movies in the anticipated Star Wars film shouldn't come as a surprise, as Daisy Ridley, another relatively unknown actress, is set to play a major role. On casting Anderson and Clark, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy said, "The Star Wars universe has always been about discovering and nurturing young talent. What happened to the nurturing Kathleen Kennedy of poor Jake Lloyd?
Jake Lloyd.
He's all strung out on meth now. Where was the nurturing then?"
It's not right. It's not fair.
Oh, man. I wish somebody said this at a press conference. Excuse me, Kathleen Kennedy, just in regards to what you just said about nurturing young talent, how is Jake Lloyd doing?
How's Jake Lloyd doing? Whoops. Whoopsie.
Speaking of George Lucas, did you watch the Oprah interview with him and his wife?
No. Did you just admit to watching Oprah?
I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up.
Dude, I'm so stupid, Dustin. I had to, I was looking at just news, and it came up, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this. Dude, I watched 30 seconds of it, and I skipped to the middle. Dude, George Lucas is on another planet. Like, dude, his head was like, what the fuck am I doing here right now? I swear to God, that's what he was thinking. Okay? I swear to God, like, I could be counting my Jawa credits right now. I said, why am I here? And then the whole thing is almost like an interracial thing because his wife is black.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, it's like Oprah basically blowing the trumpet for interracial marriage.
And George Lucas is probably looking at it going, I can green screen that
so stupid.
Oh, wow.
So anyways, it was pretty comical. Like, just because George Lucas is like, the way he answers questions are so like, he's smarter than you, and why am I even answering your ignorant questions?
Yeah,
you are beneath me, peasant.
No, seriously, like how Dustin, how you said that, he kind of sounds like that.
Yeah.
It's like he's very soft-spoken, and he's like
I'm George Lucas, okay? I'm very, very, very rich, and I don't have to deal with any of your crap, Oprah. I'm richer than you. People are going to start saying when they're rich, they're not Oprah rich, they're George Lucas rich, bitch.
Yeah, anyways, there was a stipulation, though, for the Oprah interview. George Lucas wanted the whole thing to be shot in front of green screen. So bad.
Okay, Oprah, I just want you to pretend that you're sitting there being fat.
In fact,
you.
I'm not going to be here either. I'm just going to add myself in post. Here,
when I'm younger.
See this tennis ball? This is me, Oprah. Talk to this. Oh my God. Okay. Now,
I just never thought of George Lucas having sex. I'm like,
dude. Come on. You just had a thought of George Lucas having sex?
Oh, yeah.
It just popped in my head. I don't know what happened.
Over to FromTheBackToTank.com for more details. And get ready for an excitingly good time. Also, if you've missed our last show, you can also find us on your Stitcher app. Search Back to Tank. Add us to your favorites. Thank you, and we will see you very soon.
You're listening to The Rain Man Show on Rain Man Digital.
Rain Man Digital, RainManWasHere.com. Always leave us a review on Stitcher. Just go to Stitcher.com, search Rain Man, and that will help our show get seen. If you guys want to help, that's the way to help. Also, leave us a review on iTunes as well. Just search Rain Man. You know, I didn't let you guys take a pee break during that last, break. I don't know.
Dare
Do you guys need to use the restrooms at all?
Fine.
I will just go right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just going to pee my pants.
There. Oh, that's kind of hot.
You can clean it up later.
Is it going to be warm?
Absolutely.
Only if you do it fast.
I like this song. They don't make music like... Actually, they do make music like this, but it's very few bands. Now we get, poppy music that's popular.
I know. I went to the Kiss and Def Leppard concert.
Oh, my God.
Amazing.
How come? Did you get any interviews with them by chance?
No, I was just there to have fun.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I see you have an interview coming up with... What actress are you doing for Orange is the New Black?
Oh.
Are you allowed to talk about it?
Yeah.
Who are you doing that? Who are you-
It's Alicia Reiner. She's Fig, the warden from. She was the assistant warden that was married to the gay.
Oh, okay, she's cool. Yeah, the
Yeah.
one who blew that guy and didn't
Uh-huh.
get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I interviewed her, and then.
And that's for what? The Arizona Central?
No, that was for Runway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
But she's freaking phenomenal. Like, she's done a lot of shit, which I didn't even realize. Because a lot of times you see somebody in current shows and you don't know their whole career. And then, she's a mom and she's like a humanitarian, does all these organizations and green stuff. And
Really?
She's pretty
Wow.
cool.
I'm trying to book a couple interviews myself with some cast members from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah?
I'm not ready to say their names, but hopefully I can in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right. We have some various news here. I think this is brilliant. Arkansas football coach Brett, I guess his name would be Bielema. Is that how you say his name?
Sounds good to me. I don't know.
Tony, you're the kind of sports freak. Is that how you say his name? Brett Bielema?
Honestly-
Or Bailamo? Or Bailamos? What? Okay, so Arkansas football coach Brett Bielema, let's just say that, was asked about four-star recruit Bijan, is that how you say his name? Jackson.
Yeah.
You know who he is, right, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the audio. It's kind of funny, but I guess I don't know what he was thinking. You guys can decide. Hold on, let me turn off the audio here for this song. You guys can kind of fill me in because I kept listening to see if this is really what he's saying.
Like a defensive lineman, he's got an incredible ass. Like a defensive lineman, he's got an incredible ass.
What is he? Is he
like a
saying?
defensive lineman.
Everybody's saying he's saying ass. Like he actually
what it sounds
commented
like.
on
That's
his
what
ass.
it sounded like to
So
me.
so I spent all day today.
Like a defensive lineman.
Well,
Really?
because-
That's how you spend your day?
Yes. Well, somebody said that he said, "Well, dude, he's saying mass. He's saying mass." You could tell, and I'm looking and I'm reading his lips. There is no there. I don't see his lips. I don't see his lips.
There's a
Yeah, there is, but he's not doing it. He's
Yeah.
doing it internally, but he's not doing the He's saying his mouth is forming ass.
I almost want to say that like that's a certain attribute for defensive linemen that you
You
need.
think it's just like a do you think it's just like a tough man thing? Like, oh, that guy has a big ass.
No, because
Like-
we would have heard this before. Like,
yeah.
this would have been a thing
Yeah.
in sports, talking
Maybe-
about the range of some athlete's ass. But
Yeah, like maybe he needs the ass to just knock people around.
I bet it was like a dare. Like, in Super Troopers, how many times could you say kitty
Well,
or whatever? Like,
He said
Meow.
it. He said it
Meow.
in. I'm amused at how well he said it. With it. If it was just a bet or a dare, then that guy has tremendous talent because he has a straight face.
Incredible ass. Really
No,
big.
that's not
Like a
mass,
defensive
all right.
lineman, he's got.
And I
No,
looked,
he said like a defensive lineman,
he
so
has
he's
a great
adding to
ass.
it.
Yeah.
Like a defensive line.
lineman, he's got an incredible ass.
Yes, he's not doing. He's
Like a
doing
defensive
his
lineman.
mouth is actually opening to say the A.
Well, now that means that every time I'm looking at a football game, I got to look at the
Yeah.
guy's ass now. I mean, what the hell?
I'm like, man, you should say this in front of your family at the next football game you guys watch. Be like, yeah, man, that guy's just like a defensive lineman. He has a great ass.
and great,
Great
ass.
ass.
This is how gay guys can fit in with their super straight fathers now and fathers.
They need to ask Michael Sam then.
Really big. Like a defensive lineman, he's got an incredible ass.
She looks like one of
really
those
big.
rap
Like a
guys'
defensive lineman,
girlfriends
he's got
who understands
an incredible
They only
ass.
talk to her
really
because
big.
she looks
Did
like
he
a
comment?
defensive
Like, did he say?
He's got
Yeah, he says this is his favorite song.
incredible ass. Really big. Like a defensive
It
lineman.
fits pretty good.
He's got an incredible ass. Really big. Like a defensive lineman.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
It works.
In your face, you get sprung.
Oh man, this guy will never live this down. But supposedly he does a lot of knucklehead things. I always read comments because they're always the best and news articles.
Yeah.
And for trolls, it's always you want to find trolls. All you don't look under the bridge no more for trolls. What you do is you look at the comment section of any article. Doesn't matter what it's about. And just, I guess, supposedly some people are like, well, there you go, him sticking his foot in his mouth again.
See,
So,
that's probably just his thing.
you think he's an idiot, or do you think he's like actually? You think he's trying to be provocative?
I don't know.
Some coaches are like that.
They do, and because it's like something will make sense in their mind and in their brain, and they just say it and expect the rest of the world to jump in line. And to us, it just sounds like I need that to be my voicemail message.
Next thing you know,
You've
you're
reached Melissa. She has
next
an
thing you know, you're
incredible,
raping the ball
incredible
boy in the shower.
Oh.
No.
Let's go Nittany Lions.
We don't support Sandusky.
He's got an incredible.
How many times did we play this on a loop?
I don't know.
So that I don't know what's going through his mind when you say things like that.
He was thinking about his ass.
Yeah, his incredible ass. John Hopkins to pay $190 million for OBGYN. Is that how you say that? Is that how you actually say that?
OBGYN, yeah.
OBGYN, who secretly recorded women in the examining room.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
I would be too.
But would you really, though?
Yes.
Yes, it is an
Yes.
invasion of privacy, and I would be, as a man, if someone was recording my penis. But knowing the fact, okay, there's proof that he's never, I guess because they can go in and see if it's ever been shared, emailed, whatever, and he's never shared it to anybody. Now, I'm not saying that makes it right. It's disgusting and wrong, and he, the guy's
There
an
better
idiot.
be a good reason
However,
why you're
no,
recording.
I'm trying to say to you ladies out there, like, if your face isn't connected to it, is it still embarrassing?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because with that, you have to trust the doctor,
Yeah.
and that's an already very, very uncomfortable situation to be in. And it takes a lot for you to trust that doctor. I don't like having male doctors for that, and I've had it to have it for whatever reason, and it's very uncomfortable.
From my understanding, when my dad had his office a long time ago,
He recorded people?
no, he would always he would either have
You heard it
my-
here first, guys. Rain Man Show.
When it came to examining, especially women, my mom would be in the same room, or one of the other nurses or
The female nurse.
female
They
nurse
usually
would be
Right,
in the room
for
at the
legal-
same time.
for legal reasons, right.
There's always a female in the
Yeah.
room.
But it's an
It's
emotional. It's something that is just extremely invasive because I mean you have to think about the fact that sometimes you're not there just for a general exam. Sometimes you're there because there's something wrong or there's something that you're going through. And as women, everybody knows men make fun of it. Women are aware of it. You're extremely emotional, and when you're exposed like that and you're vulnerable like that, to have somebody go take it a step further
Yeah.
and then record it. It's just like
I can imagine.
It's disgusting.
Well, I've told my story on Middle Lives where when I had I had like a small bump under my penis years ago, and it ended up being like a cyst. And the doctor said that the cyst that's common in men, that'll just go away. Don't even worry about it. But I remember I went to the doctor. I'm freaking out because I thought it was a tumor growing on my penis, and I'm like, oh my god. And I was so freaking paranoid to whip my pants down.
Yeah.
And they even asked, do I want a male or a female? I'm like, a male, please.
Right.
Like, just, I don't care, no homo here, but I don't want a woman. It's just odd, the opposite sex, because that's what I'm into. Females, it'd be odd for some woman to be flipping my penis around, and it just make it that much worse, recording it and then having it on a file. Supposedly, when the police arrested this man and they ransacked his house, they found over 1,200 videos and 140 images stored on a series. This is the kicker right here. Not hard drives, not like on flash drives, a series of servers.
What?
Okay, this guy had home base. He had Echo Base.
Oh my gosh.
He had a network.
Wow.
He had
That's
Echo Base
disgusting.
at his home just to store
Vagina pictures.
all these vagina pics.
He was running Pornhub.
Yeah.
I don't understand,
It's obviously
of
this guy
the
had
procedure and
there's nothing sexy about it.
no. Yeah, I mean, it's
the
funny
inside
because
of a vagina. Like what's
it's like
attractive
it's a
about
gaping.
it?
if you listen to the audio of the news clippings, the people will say, like, I don't understand what he was thinking. I'm like, is it really that hard to figure out what he was thinking? The guy was a perv.
Maybe he liked
I'm like,
uteruses.
well, we're trying to figure out. The guy committed suicide. He committed suicide a little over a year ago when he got arrested. And they're said, well, it's a shame because we would have liked to have asked him why he did it. And I'm like, well, do you really
He's a
need to know
pervert.
that? It's plain and simple. The guy was whacking it to you guys. I mean, these witnesses have come out the woodworks, and they're saying that he would actually call them unannounced. Okay, call them on the phone and say that he needs to schedule another exam with them, even though they don't need it. It's not their usual examination, and
Not
they
once
did.
a year.
Yeah, they did. They went in because the doctor. Well,
That's
think about it,
even
and
worse.
that's the scary part and the invasion part. Because the fact that a doctor's calling you saying you feel that the doctor knows best,
Right.
you're going in
So
because
you're thinking something is wrong with you because
Right.
they say a yearly exam, but if you're going every 3 months, every 2 months, there's something wrong with
That's
your
not.
parts.
It's only a yearly exam, isn't
Well,
it?
no. If you
maybe
have,
he needed
if you
another.
have
he-
issues.
I think what he
Let me
needed was another
clarify.
angle. You know, he
Like-
wanted a close up instead of like he wanted to actually be in the shot. He wanted to be
He
in
needed
the
reshoots.
foreground.
Selfie.
Yeah, he did reshoots. Hashtag
That wasn't
reshoots.
a good one.
He thought, damn it, the exposure is very low. The ISO was really poor in this one.
He needed a director's cut.
Oh my god, I would be appalled if I found out it was me. My penis was being stored on a server someplace. I'm like, come on.
The fact that he revisited patients
That's
within
creepy. That's
the,
super creepy.
Well, and he probably had the name like loose flaps, in the file, or like tight lips, and he'd be like, oh,
Pink.
"Listen, I need another angle of loose flaps. Let me see here.
Sail
Let me
fins.
look through my Rolodex here. Okay, loose flaps.
he
here
have
you
ones?
Are. He's like, excuse me. Yeah, is loose flap? I mean, is Cindy there? Yes, I just noticed by examining her vaginal wall in my servers at home. I mean, in my office, I noticed that there might have been a slight issue, a little bit of a discharge, and I need to go ahead and take some more snapshots. I mean, run some tests. Please come down to my office as soon as possible.
At least he was thorough.
I love you. I mean, ciao.
He probably gave nicknames like HMS Bounty or
like the ones that have given birth and ones haven't.
Oh man, that really.
I wonder what she preferred.
Yeah.
Well, we
Pink
that
or the
messed
purple?
up. Like,
He's all,
But you said the guy
Big lips,
committed
no lips?
suicide.
Oh,
so
this
we'll
one had
never
a
know.
3. This one had a 3-month abortion, so this one isn't too bad.
Maggie, your face.
It's very disturbing. It really
want
is.
to go to a doctor.
No,
Now I don't want to
well,
go
that's
back.
what these poor ladies said in the news. They were actually saying like, I have not scheduled another appointment since that last year since this has come out because I'm scared, and I wouldn't
See,
blame them.
and then we need them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
sad.
the simple, I
Just
guess you
don't
could
go
trust a
back there.
woman is just go to a woman.
You really?
know?
No.
Why can't a woman be a pervert?
Yeah.
No,
Does it make it
you
any
can't.
easier if it's a woman gynecologist?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
It makes a world of difference. It does.
I had like a mini freak out the one time I had to have a guy do it because I was in like the ER and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. They were running every test they knew. Finally, they decided to do a gynecological exam and it was a
It's
male
a male,
doctor.
yeah.
I freaked out. I never
Yeah.
thought that I would do that, but I was
Yeah.
like, "Don't touch me!"
Well,
He stimulated the right way.
Yeah, he played with the clit.
All the good ones too.
Yep.
Have you ever had a good look? Was he good looking at all, Maggie?
He was an old man.
Oh, really?
Mine was
he
too.
had a
Does
porn
that make
stash.
you feel better though? Does that
Oh,
or no?
it was-
No.
No.
Well, what if it was a really good-looking guy?
Oh, that would be even worse.
Would that be worse?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I have mixed feelings.
Yeah,
about
Melissa's
that.
gonna like have an orgasm while she's getting checked.
I know. I'm like thinking.
Oh
about
God,
it.
stretch me out with those stirrups even more, please.
More lubricant, please.
Are you sure you don't need to take another lift? Do you need to call me back? I don't mind. Here's my number. Here's my cell.
After dinner or something, you can check.
Jay-Z learns there may be as many as 9,000 victims of a Johns Hopkins gynecologist. Dr. Nikita Levy killed himself after allegations surfaced that he secretly videotaped his patients during exams. WJZ is live at the East Baltimore Medical Center where Dr. Levy practiced. Investigator Mike Kellerman tells us what else his victims claim he did to them. Mike?
Vic, they say he performed extra exams, that he touched them inappropriately. And now a class action settlement process is moving forward in the case with the
$190 million.
I just want to know if he touched them inappropriately, why did they go back?
Felt something like that?
If you felt
Why go?
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
ask for another doctor.
Yeah.
lawyers representing the victims praising Johns Hopkins. Investigators say gynecologist Nikita Levy used a pen camera like this one to record exams at Johns Hopkins East Baltimore Medical Center. And the FBI is still sifting through thousands of images on Levy's computers. There may be 9,000 victims, and their lawyers are now working to settle the class action case through a mediator.
I think that these women are in fear of getting their pap smears and their examinations. We have women who are in fear of seeing any physician.
Did he behave strangely?
He always smiled. Every time he was checking my private, he smiled. When I went for my appointments, it would never be another nurse in there. It just
Like, if he's sounding creepster and he does a smile at you, I'm like, come on, just don't go back.
But also say his
And it's funny because this guy's a black man. Okay,
Yeah.
usually I don't need to, say what race he is, but he's a black man. Now, usually, these type of creepster acts are old, crusty white guys. So I was kind of surprised that it was a normal-looking, middle-aged, maybe 50s, like black man. Because usually it's the white guys that do the pervy things like this.
files showed no previous complaints.
looks can be deceiving. He
Mhm.
was very nice.
He was very, very nice. He gave my clit an extra tapping. That's horrible, man. The amount of lives he affected in this one pervert act. Dude, if you like pussy, go to the webcam chat rooms and check out chicks. They put the webcam right on their vages. That's all you got to do. Like, why do you got to ruin people's lives? Those women want to be looked at, okay?
Well, that's why I'm wondering, like, did he have a master plan of, like, what he was going to do with it just seems
Once I get to 100 servers, I'm gonna build a space station, and I'm gonna take this all up to space and travel with my vaginas. That's all he wanted to do.
At least he had a dream.
Yeah. Martin Luther King wanted peace and free will for all mankind. This man wanted vaginas.
Could you blame him?
All right, you're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back.
Get down, get down, get down.
Hey everybody, just a reminder, you can help the Rain Man Show by leaving us a review. Every review left helps our show get seen by more people. A lot of time, money, and effort is being put into this network, and you can do your part by just leaving a quick review. Go to Stitcher.com, type in Rain Man Digital, and start typing away. I will be forever grateful. And thank you for listening to Rain Man Digital. I am so excited about this new network, Rain Man Digital. I mean, finally a network that's all about me. Supernatural at the Crossroads? Me. Star Wars From the Back to Tank? Me. Weird West Radio? Me. The Rain Man Show? Me. Rain Man equals me. I'm the Rain Man. 49% geek, 51% douche. Dollar Shave Club. If you're not using Dollar Shave Club, there is something wrong with you. Are you ready to join the ranks of our enlightened Dollar Shave members? Dollar Shave Club couldn't be simpler. Select one of our great razors, pay one low monthly fee, and we send them right to your door. No more overpaying for fancy brand names, shave tech, no more forgetting to buy your blades. A great shave for just a few bucks. Go to RainManWasHere.com and click on the banner. The universe of Rain Man never stops. Catch the replay of our current shows on the 24-hour channel, RainManWasHere.com/RainManChannel001. Also available on demand. Don't miss the interview with Matthew Parkhill.
You did.
All right. On the line, I have Matthew Parkhill, television writer, movie writer, currently working on the Rogue television show on DirecTV. Let's talk about you first, and then we're going to jump into Rogue. I like to kind of break the ice, kind of get to know you, let the audience get to know you a little bit, and you can tell me how good our research department is, Matthew.
Okay.
We use Google.
Okay, that's probably... That I'm intrigued. Tell me about my life.
You know what has there been? Do you take notes from actors, and do you? Or is that something?
I listen to actors a lot. I mean, I like to. I mean, once you hope that they take their character on board, and that they go away and work on that character, and that they can come back and go, if you thought, So yes, I'm collaborative.
What do you do when you get a real shit idea? Come on, let's be honest. You probably get some shit ideas sometimes. Do you like?
Listen, I get a lot of shit ideas. I come up with a lot of shit ideas. So I'm fine with shit ideas. You got to get through the shit ideas to get to the good ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always that thing of like writers call the first draft of anything the vomit draft.
Yeah.
Hemingway once said the first draft of anything is always shit.
Right.
So I'm fine with shit ideas because beyond them usually is something good.
Yeah.
You know, you try in the room. You try to, especially when in the early stages when you don't know the writers as well as you do later. Later on, hopefully, you have a free hand and you can just, you know. I have a thing in the room. It's somewhere downstairs. Actually, my daughter has it right now. But it's this little box that makes all these different noises.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke in our room is like when you have some good, you press a button, you make some good noise, and when it's shit, you make a noise like someone getting shot and all that kind of stuff. So you hopefully have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I'm the first one to be like, this idea is shit, but is there something in this thinking?
Go to RainManWasHere.com and catch up on the show.
Have you ever wanted something so bad that you do just about anything for it? Well, that's exactly how we feel about you. That's right. AdamandEve.com wants you so bad. We're giving you 10 free gifts with your first order. You heard me right. That's 10 free gifts to spice up your love life. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, an adventurous toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. That's 10 free gifts for you shy types who've never tried Adam and Eve before. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code DEAL30 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts, including free shipping. That's offer code DEAL30. That's DEAL 30 at AdamandEve.com.
All right, we're back. Rain Man Digital. Rain Man Show. RainManWasHere.com. For all of your entertainment news. Well, not all of it. The ones that interest me. If you go to our website, RainManWasHere.com, the website's all about me. Literally. It's just basically anything that I find interesting. Like, someone's like, oh, you should post the new Batman, picture. I don't really care about the new Batman picture. Like, that's the whole idea of Rain Man. You know, it's what interests me. And hopefully what interests me, for the most part, will interest all of you as well. Like this awesome song right here. I love this stuff. It's shit music, but it's still fun. I know you don't want to comment like it's shit, but you might have to have an interview with Iggy one day, whatever her name is.
I love Iggy, dude.
She's pretty cool. She's the one that did the remake of the Clueless scene, right? Didn't she do a song, Fancy? Isn't the entire music video basically Clueless?
I don't know. I haven't seen the music
Oh,
video.
I think
Is
it's.
it?
I think
I'll
it,
have to watch
I
it
think
now.
the
I'm pretty
entire.
sure it
I think the
is.
entire thing is basically Clueless put into 5 minutes into the music video.
I gotta say, that's the one thing I don't watch music videos anymore. Like, I was just thinking about that.
You
the
need
other
to.
day.
You need to like just when you're. Are you ever at home? You don't hang out at home very much.
No.
Yeah. See, you know what?
Doesn't
What do
Vivo
you
have
use?
an app though?
Do you YouTube videos? What do you do?
I have Vivo. Remember I talked about the Mental Lives a few
Yeah,
months
I do
back?
remember that,
Like,
yeah.
I am obsessed with Vivo, and if I'm at the gym or I'm in my car, I'll just turn on Vivo and watch the top 10 or the whatever on music videos, and
Do
that's
they
where
change
that's where
that much? Like on a daily basis?
yeah, there's a lot, and also the thing that's cool, it's like back in the day you were limited on MTV to what they wanted to program at that specific time, whereas with Vivo you could pick a genre of music,
Right.
and they'll play the latest and things from the past music videos, so it's pretty fun actually.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, and they do have an app, and it's awesome. It's pretty much does itself. Like you just punch in what you want to hear, and it plays it.
It does itself.
It does itself.
That's an impressive skill.
All right. Let's see. Enough nonsense. Well, maybe not. The Gallivant television series.
Yeah.
You know what? Maggie was being, I think, a bully to me, and she posted this on my wall saying, the guy from Rogue, which I just
No,
did
I wasn't being a bully.
Oh, okay. The guy that I just did an interview with, the showrunner for Rogue, one of his stars is now in this show called what do you say? Gallivant? Is that how you'd say it?
Yeah, Gallivants.
And
Yeah.
So it's a show on ABC, and I'm watching it, and the first thing I see is the ABC symbol, and I'm like, oh god, and I see that's medieval, and I'm like, great, this is gonna be another terrible Once Upon a Time like spinoff. with an awesome actor and an awesome cast. And I have to say that, you know, this might be the first ABC show that I'm gonna watch in a long time, because it's actually, I'm gonna check it out. It's a musical, and I'm not a fan of musicals, but when you do musicals, to me, I got Princess Bride.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of it.
I know.
And I love, who doesn't like Princess Bride? I don't care what generation you're from, everybody likes Princess Bride. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is very comical, medieval-ish musical. I'm going to play the trailer here. And it has the dude that everybody likes. I always forget his name, but he plays Kane in Supernatural.
Mhm.
And
I know.
and he's the dude from that one popular show on USA.
He's freaking amazing.
The detective
and I forget
show.
his name too.
What's it called? What's the show on USA where they are like Psych? It's called Psych. I was saying, well, he's a psychic, but it's fake. Yes, Psych.
He's not a psychic on this show.
He's a fake though, isn't he? Like a pretend psychic or something?
The guy who
The
is-
main
yeah,
guy,
Yeah, the
He's
main
a
guy.
fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy from that is in here now. So far, it looks terrible. I was groaning at this point.
So was I.
I was
and
like,
then I was like,
oh,
I can't watch this. Then it
Yeah.
sucks you in.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna check it out because there's a lot of hype on it. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep watching. And then when they start singing, I'm like, I'm
Travelled
sold.
long and far to seek your favor. 4 months ago, my peaceful kingdom of Valencia. I'm sorry, what is that smell?
That'd be me.
My father used to tell stories of your skill in battle, your heroism.
Is there a question in there somewhere?
What happened to you?
Can you look for that guy's name, Melissa? If you have you know what? Who has
Kane?
easy access? Yeah, Kane's name.
I want to shoot him with the cross.
And as soon as I heard that, I didn't even need him to sing yet. All I heard was the dun dun dun.
I want to shoot him with the crossbow. I want to stab him in
Timothy,
the eye.
what is it? Amundsen?
Oh, okay. Yes, Timothy.
I want to liberate his head.
I feel bad because he's actually communicated with us about our show. So
And he's so good.
yeah, he's a really good actor. Well, the thing I liked him in was Deadwood. He was in
Yeah.
Deadwood. Nobody remembers him in Deadwood. He was in about 4 or 5 episodes before he got killed.
Yeah.
But he has such a diverse range. This guy could do anything.
Yeah, he's
literally.
one of those actors that he's so good that he gets overlooked because he's
Oh,
that
totally.
natural that people don't notice. Like, oh shit, this guy's acting.
But
his
have
ass
you
off.
realized though that there's in the last year there has been a big his career, people still don't, he's not a household name, but people
No.
are like, oh, I like that guy.
Yeah.
Like more and more
He's
people
a
are like,
face
oh, I like
that you
that
recognize.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get excited when you see him.
Yeah.
From his neck and the pump the bloody wreck sky high.
Sorry, I got distracted.
You just know Caravan's going to show up here and ruin my wedding day, Gareth. Tonight?
This guy, the guy from Rogue, I forget his name. He looks like the guy from Da Vinci's Demons a little bit with a beard, doesn't he? A little bit.
Yeah.
You will join me in my bed. You're going to do it.
Yes.
And by doing it, I mean sex.
Got it. Who are you? Because the man before me is
I wanna hear him
certainly not
sing.
the man of legend.
Hold on.
The man they sing songs of.
Oh, I most certainly am.
Everybody sing!
By all the stars above, I'll save my one true love.
Hey, look! Oh, wow, it's him!
It is about to get very messy in here. Oh, my tea. Thank you very much.
I need to do a musical.
Oh my god, please.
But the thing is that I would end up taking all the roles myself,
No,
and I'm not
don't
an
do
actor. I would have to start singing.
Until she's by my side.
How hard is a musical, though?
Freaking hard.
I don't
would
know about
imagine
that. I mean,
so.
think about it. There isn't really carrying a note a lot of times. You just need to elongate your vocals as you speak.
See, but you can do it because you're funny and you have personality. But then, like, if you try to do it, it just sounds like bad singing. Like, it gets to the point where you're like,
Does
oh,
it really?
God. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like, you have to be talented to be that bad. I don't know how else to explain it.
I mean, I could sing a song. I'd be like, let me get some music here real fast. Hold on.
The deep breath.
What's a famous musical? What's a famous musical right now?
On TV?
Right now?
Like a song. What's a good musical besides Sound of Music? You know
Jersey-
what?
Jersey
The Hills
Boys
Are
is
Alive.
really
Let me do it again.
Really?
Do you know what that is, Melissa?
No.
Oh, you don't know what? Yes, you do. As soon as you hear it.
Should I?
Yeah, here we
Okay.
go. You'll know what it is. Everybody will as soon as they hear it. If you had my lifestyle growing up as a kid, when I was force-fed this music.
You mean from The Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Is this like
See, anybody could do this when you think about it. Maybe not a woman, but the guy's voice, you raise it and you drop it. See, I can do it. I'm not a singer. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
That was quite lovely, actually.
Oh, but Tony, pipe in. You can be my backup. Ready?
I've heard this enough.
Come on, Tony. Say, I am the fisting champion. You can be the guy that doesn't really sing. You know how there's always a guy that just pipes in? You know, da-da-da.
The only song that I'm aware of out of this one is the Do-Re-Mi
Tony,
song.
you're breaking it. You just be like, I am the fisting champion. That's all you have to say. I'll sing the main part. Tony, why do you always sing?
The hills are alive with all this fisting.
Yeah, there you go. The hills are alive with all this fisting. And then Melissa could pipe in like, why must you fist? Why must you fist all the time? Come on, Maggie, pipe in too. Oh, man, that's enough. All right. Anyways, I am looking forward to that. Gallivant is the name of
I'm
the
surprised
TV
with
series.
the number of musicals there.
There is, ever since Sound of Music Live did good on television,
Well,
you
Glee.
have
Glee.
Glee did start it. Yeah, I have to say. Well, you know, I never appreciated Glee because it to me it annoys me.
Same.
But
It's a bit
but the
much.
creator of it, I'm in love with that guy. The dude that did Nip Tuck and American Horror Story, which that right there makes me love the dude. The fact that he can do a show like Nip Tuck and then do Glee. And then he does American Horror Story. 3 completely different shows.
Can you imagine if they did American Horror Story, the musical?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be.
Here, you just started it. Hold on, let me see if I can find something here.
Oh, no.
American.
What did you do?
Horror. You love it, Melissa. I can see you all giddy over there.
I am a little excited.
American Horror Story theme music. Here you go. Season 2 is the best one. They changed it slightly, add a little bit more of a hip hop feel to it. It's pretty tight. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. I don't even know where to go with this, Tony. You do this. You do some lyrics. There you go. All right, let's go. The fisting begin.
Let the fisting begin.
I can't do it. I can't keep the beat for some reason. You do it. Ready? Do it. I'll back you up. Oh, man. This is out of hand. All right. That's enough. Are you almost ready for news, Melissa?
I am, except TMZ is being mad at me and won't open our first piece of business.
Okay. Well, we can wait.
Well, I
will-
just don't think TMZ is going to function, period.
Oh, really?
Unless you can get it open. I can't get it open
Let's
at
see.
any of my devices. Opening again.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right, Melissa, are you ready? Let me strike the music.
I've been rejected by like 14 women tonight. You think it's a lesbian bar? The promoter should have mentioned that, don't you think? Kind of crazy that he didn't. Plus, it's really dark out there and it gets in my jawline, which I think is one of my selling points. Think I need more deodorant? What do you think? More cologne? I need to get laid tonight. I haven't been inside a woman since Nelly wore that Band-Aid. You think it's healed by now? That cut he had under his eye? I'm gonna text my ex. Probably shouldn't, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. Can we get some blow? I desperately need some blow. But first, let me take a dick pic.
All right, Melissa, take us away.
Robin Thicke and Paula Patton house up for sale. Can you say final nail?
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Thicke is begging Everworks, and he actually gets back together with Paula Patton, and they'll be living somewhere new. Their Bel Air home is officially on the market. TMZ has confirmed that the 3,150 square foot home was listed Monday with an asking price of $2,985,000. So that's a hefty price tag. It was originally purchased by Robin's dad, Alan Thicke, back in 1990.
Alan Thicke. Who is that?
He was on what was it called? Growing Pains?
Yeah.
He was
That's
his dad.
his dad?
Yeah.
Really? They look the same.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do,
No,
kind
they
of.
don't
A
ruin
little bit.
this for
They
me.
have the same haircut a little bit.
Oh, they do.
They do have the, and they have the same. They do slightly look the same. I can see it.
Well, yeah, there's a resemblance there, but it's not.
Oh,
like...
so he's a privileged young man.
Oh yeah.
No
A lot of these
wonder.
guys
No
are.
wonder he is all with his lyrics and okay. It makes so much more sense now.
I like how this is all clicking for you.
Well,
just
yeah.
because of Alan
well,
Thicke is
because
now in
he
the
has.
picture.
I like Robin Thicke. I'm not one of those people who want to talk shit about. I like making fun of him, but the guy is talented. Whether you agree with his lyrics or not, I mean, I don't think he's gotten a fair rap. I understand the blurred lines. I get it. The lyrics are questionable, whatever. But this is nothing new. How long have we been putting women in music videos in bikinis?
Right.
How long have we been, I hate to say it, but objectifying women?
Right. No.
It's nothing. Why is he the one facing the wrath? What about all the rappers that's been doing it since the 80s?
It's because he's white. I mean, it's...
Yeah, it is. How come Pharrell and T.I., who are in this video, get no shit about them at all? They're in the song, in the video.
I don't know.
And poor Robin Thicke's the only one. And I don't think it necessarily has to do with just this song. I think it has to do with this whole Paula Patton thing, how he has dedicated an entire album to her that sold 54 copies in its first week in Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he goes to concerts where his fans are paying to see him perform, and he goes on a 30-minute diatribe about how he loves his wife and he's sorry for cheating on her.
Right.
I mean, nobody wants to hear that.
They don't?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, wouldn't you? It's just like Kanye West, who goes to his concerts and goes on a 45-minute tirade about white people and corporations. I'm like, dude, we are here to listen to you rap. We paid $85 a ticket to listen to you rap terrible lines,
Right.
but catchy beats.
But at the same time, everybody knows Kanye is insane, and that's why people follow him at this point, is because he's a personality.
Yeah.
Robin Thicke, it's like it's like a train wreck. You kind of just watch because you want to see when he'll actually fall apart and I don't know, self-destruct.
Well, I think he already did. I think.
Well, yeah.
I think he officially. I mean, the house. If he doesn't know it's over yet, they just sold their house together.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, also he's Robin Thicke. Just get over it.
I know. You think he could just go hook up with one of the girls from his music video and move on.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound superficial, but I agree with you. Dude, you're Robin Thicke.
I don't know.
I would think that would help a little bit, to get over it. I mean, because what helps you they always say this, superficially, what helps you get over your ex? Another chick or another man helps you get over a breakup. That usually helps you get over it faster. What it is a Band-Aid. Okay, it's a rebound. Dude, why aren't you doing that? You're Robin Thicke.
Because he was already doing that.
I was going to say, he was already banging chicks.
Yeah, I mean, that was
That's
the reason
true.
he lost her. So now he probably...
He's going to go celibate until she
he's
comes
well, I
back.
can't do that shit anymore, so what am I going to do now?
Maybe men.
Or the girls found out.
I feel like he's probably already been doing that, too.
Hook up with T.I.
Yeah.
And
And they can make a song about it.
Yeah, T.I. be like, trick this dick, Robin Thicke.
You should just write for them, I think. That'll be your new career path.
I'm like, take this dick, Robin Thicke. I already got my first line there. All right. What else do we have in the news?
We kind of have a weird story about the gay porn star arrested at LAX after an attempt to smuggle meth in his anus.
Oh, Jesus.
Good times. Good times. Oh, yeah. It's actually a British gay porn star, Bruno Knight. I love the name.
Yeah.
He used some of the skills he's picked up in the adult film industry, which led to his arrest at the Los Angeles airport in June, for trying to traffic samples of crystal meth from the U.S. to the UK via his anus.
So it fell out. I mean, the anus couldn't hold the.
Well, he's a porn
the
star.
pound
It's
bag.
pretty loose in there now.
Anal prolapse.
What?
Yeah. He needed a bigger bag.
Oh, man.
Well, his real name is Philip Jizzy. I don't know.
Jizzy.
Jizzy sounds
Jizzy.
better for a porn
We'll go
star,
with that.
but it's probably Gizzy.
Jizzy.
He tried to board a Virgin Atlantic flight to LAX that was headed to London. but was stopped and questioned by customs officers who were tipped off by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. They noticed that something was wrong with the porn actor after he was allegedly moving erratically and sweating profusely. I can't say that
It was
word.
too loose.
I don't.
He couldn't clench any longer.
Yeah.
Is that what it is, or like
He
does it
couldn't
come
clench
out
at
in
all.
does it come out in your butt though, and then like it makes you all crazy? Like, is that?
I don't know. Like,
Don't act like you don't know. Do you not know?
Why would I know about meth being up my ass?
I feel like you read a lot about this kind of stuff, like more than I do.
I would
on
assume.
behalf of my downtime, I stick lots of meth up my asshole.
Look at you being all defensive. Why would I know that? I don't know that.
I would assume if it wasn't wrapped right,
He might
it
get
would
high, maybe?
it would enter
Seep
his
out?
system. Yeah, if it
The
was
key
in.
word here is gay porn star.
Oh.
So in other words, the bag wasn't fastened securely enough because.
He
Come
should
on,
just
let's just.
have
I'll
a
just
hook
say
in
it.
there.
That butt's been used many, many times. It's all I got through. It's the fisting isn't good enough anymore.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over,
man.
Huh.
interesting.
And so is he being arrested for illegal possession of drugs with intent to sell? Or is he being for smuggling charges, which is pretty serious nowadays? But you can allow thousands of illegals in, but hey, don't smuggle drugs. Not to get too controversial, sorry.
Well,
delete that.
Yeah.
man. Game over, man.
It just says he was able to remove 2 packages of drugs himself. But
Oh.
he was taken to Centinela Hospital in Inglewood, California to have the 3rd pack removed with an enema.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And it weighed nearly 8 ounces, almost half a pound. Oh my god.
Oh wow!
How much?
Almost half a pound.
Oh my lord.
I'm telling you, right there. Gay porn star.
My dick, it doesn't even weigh a half a
Yes,
pound.
exactly. He needed a bigger bag.
And
he
they
needed
said-
to pad that thing.
Jesus.
I guess he's awaiting charges, so he hasn't been officially charged with anything yet. I don't know what's going to happen.
He's awaiting charges. He's going to get hit with smuggling charges and illicit drugs. I mean...
And he'll go to prison and
they
he'll be
can't-
just at home.
They can't prove that he was going to sell it. I guess.
I don't know. Was it,
It
more
has
than
to
2
be
ounces?
a certain.
If it was
half a
if it was
pound.
more if it was more than what the law what's it called?
Deems.
Yeah, what the law deems like illegal and
Intent
the
for
amount
sell.
for intent for selling, then yeah, I would say if they wanted to be assholes about it, literally, then they would throw everything at him.
And they can, but
They'd ram him.
I don't
Rip
know.
him a new one.
They'd stuff him with whatever
Illegal
they
good
could,
one,
they
Maggie.
could find.
Thank you.
They'd throw the book up his ass.
Jesus Christ! What else do we have in the news, Melissa? Anything else?
A Polish priest claims he's getting texts from an evil spirit inhabiting a teenage girl. A Polish priest says that the spirit has taken over the body of a teenager, and the demon within this girl is sending him nasty text messages. Father Marian Rachel performed an exorcism on the girl, and he claims the text started coming shortly thereafter. The exorcism obviously didn't take, and the author of these texts is an evil spirit who has possessed her soul.
Sounds.
Yeah, the Austrian Times reported clearly this young girl has been possessed and needs further help. Father Rachel says that it's not uncommon for demons to possess people and use their wireless technology. I don't know that I've ever really heard of that.
Next
to be
time I
honest.
get mad at someone, I'm
It's
just gonna blame it
it's
on
so
a
next
demon.
gen of them.
Like, how do we know demons know how to use?
They're going with the times.
Yeah, they're learning, they're adapting. Duh.
Hey, look at the Leviathan did it in Supernatural, Melissa.
Well, that makes everything true and
That's
accurate.
legit, yep.
Then. I mean, that's a way to just get out of charges, though.
Next
from
thing
texting.
you know, she'll be sending selfies.
Selfie of my vagina.
Hashtag I'm possessed.
I don't know. Yeah, hey, whatever. If he gets off
Let's
from
start
it, then
using
good
that
for him.
hashtag I'm possessed.
Oh God,
That's
Get
our
that
new one.
trending.
Wait, hashtag what?
I'm possessed. We probably could get that going, actually.
Oh, the devil just text messaged me.
That's kind of creepy.
Like, how does
I
that
thought
work?
It was real fun.
Like-
I don't like that, actually.
And it needs to
I figured
update
it
its
out.
ringtone.
Excuse me. Let's see. I'm getting ready to go to bed, and look at little Tommy. Just stay in bed. I'll be right with you in a minute. Don't go nowhere. I will do your anal milking soon enough. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash my holy cloth. I'll be back.
Oh, shit. What is this? Oh, it's a text from the young girl that I exorcised the demon from just last week. Oh, what does this say? Oh, let me read it. What does it say? Oh, rot in hell, you son of a bitch. Oh, this is obviously a demon. Have you thought maybe the girl thinks you're a lunatic for going to her house to exorcise her because she rebelled against her family? Because she's a teenage girl who's acting out?
Yeah.
So instead of giving her some, wisdom and counseling her like a normal person, like, listen, kids go through things. You're possessed and I'm going to exorcise the demons from your body. She probably is pissed off at you and she's probably running you through the ringer by making you look like a jackass. I would do that shit.
That's a smart
In fact,
girl,
you know what?
actually.
That's my next prank.
Yeah.
I'm going to text message the Vatican and tell them that I am the Satan and I'm about to blow them up.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I'm typing it right now. Oh, man. I think there's a lot of exorcism, news and a lot of exorcism stuff in the news lately.
Possession's hot right now.
There is a lot. I mean, last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the A-team of exorcism being formed by the Vatican. It's got. I don't know if you heard about that, Melissa. There's the Vatican actually is putting together a team of people to fight demons because they say nowadays there's an uprise of.
Well, they used to have that. I mean, that was a regular.
Right, and now they're
thing.
bringing it back because they're making this super, a Fantastic Four type team, basically, the Avengers of exorcism, because they're saying there's a rise. There's a rise in the occult lately because of TV shows and movies like Harry Potter. And people who are being inspired and influenced by demons that they don't even know they are.
They don't even know.
They don't even know it. That every time Daniel Radcliffe says Esperanza, you're actually talking to the devil. my little kids.
Well, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone at next year's Comic-Con is screwed.
I think it's one of those things. It's not necessarily that there's a bigger surge. It's just because with internet and TV, like a lot of other things, it's not like a small group of people being interested in it anymore. It's more easily widespread, and it's just scaring people.
And I don't think there's necessarily the occult, necessarily like Satanism. I think what you're seeing is a lot of people coming out as paganists and people who aren't Christian no more. And you're seeing people kind of clinging to the old world ideas now.
Sure.
That's very prevalent nowadays with people saying I'm a pagan or I'm a witch or I believe in the earth. And, don't tell that to anybody who's Christian because you're immediately labeled as a witch if you believe in the earth.
Yeah.
And not believe in Christianity. And that's what they're now looking at as paganism and saying, oh, you're the devil because you're not worshiping Jesus Christ. And if you worship gods and goddesses, you're actually talking to Satan.
Satan.
Yeah. What else is in the news?
Well, this one's actually kind of a sad story. It bothered me.
Okay.
The flight MH17 victims' phones being answered by looters at crash site. The sickening claims suggest widespread theft took place before investigators reached the wreckage. Grieving families of the flight victims say their dead loved ones' phones are being answered by thieves who have ransacked the crash site. Shocked relatives who have called the mobile numbers in description have told a Dutch newspaper the devices were answered by people with Eastern European-sounding voices.
Jesus.
Yeah, the heartbreaking development reported to Day Telegraph appears to confirm claims that the dead passengers' belongings, including wallets and jewelry, have been looted at the site in the unofficial, I don't know how to say it, Donetsk People's Republic in eastern Ukraine. So,
sick.
I mean, that's just
Well, we know
tasteless.
who's going to hell.
Yeah.
It wasn't just their
They
phones.
should receive a text message from a demon.
So no. They were actually using their credit cards as well.
Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. Is there that right there?
That's
I mean,
sick.
If anybody did that, I'm sorry, but you'd probably deserve a gunshot to your head. If you gonna go ransack an airliner that crashed, where the people, the families cannot even go to yet.
Yeah.
We're not even allowed to go to the wreckage yet to gather belongings. Not just us, United States, but anybody that was on that plane is not allowed to go there yet because there's an investigation going on within the actual country itself where it crashed. But then you have people looting a fucking plane?
Yeah.
This is where I lose faith in humanity, right here.
It's pretty bad. I mean, I can't. Can you imagine rummaging? Through,
No.
Like physically rummaging.
Never
through-
mind the burned baby
Yeah.
right there. Just knock this corpse over to the side and let's reach that nice gold Rolex right there.
Can I just
No,
say
I would endorse nuclear holocaust onto that region right now.
Oh, come on.
Why not?
Maybe just a fist for all. Maybe not a nuclear holocaust. Come on,
Fist, then nuclear
that helps
holocaust.
nobody.
How are the phones even working? That was like a fiery mess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the weird thing about those kinds of crashes, and that's why a lot of people are conspiracy theorists, because it's like you'll have this totally burnt up aircraft, and then you'll find wallets, and you'll find pieces of paper, and you'll find things like that.
That whole entire scenario is just shrouded in mystery. I mean, not to get too conspiracy here, but I mean, this is not even a conspiracy. This is fact. You can go online and look it up. I mean, Putin. I mean, I'm not justifying Putin's actions of anything that he's done, but there has been a no-fly zone imposed in that area for countless months.
Yeah.
They have said, if you fly through here, you will be blown out of the sky.
Right.
For months. Not a week ago, not a couple hours before the ship flew, months. Why was an airliner with civilians flying through an area that was designated as a war zone? And then now Russia is being looked at as this evil monster, and they have their issues.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go to. I do not want our country going to war for something that they warned us about.
We're gonna have a big problem if we go to war over this.
Yeah, well, because we're not the country. I hate to say this, but we are not the country we were, 15 years ago.
No.
We're not. We're weak. We're watered down. We're not the country. I have a feeling that we would lose.
Oh, you're not alone in that opinion. A lot of people don't think we can.
And this is not me being anti-patriotic. I said I'm very pro-country for this country, but I'm also pro-world, and I'm also pro-reading and pro-knowledge. Know what you're talking about, and we are so watered down right now.
Is part of that,
we'd have no idea what we're getting into.
Is part of that there's some sort of frustration that right now the United States is not respected as much as they were?
No, I mean,
10,
dude,
20 years ago?
there's a rumor going on that the reason why we even want to go to war with Russia is because they're getting ready to leave the dollar. Along with every other country. There's now 4 countries. There's China, Russia, Brazil, and there's one other country getting ready to move, Germany. There's a rumor that Germany is getting ready to move away from the dollar because our economy is so bad that we don't even know it because we keep printing fake money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't matter. Print it. It doesn't matter. Whereas the rest of the world is being affected by our dollar, that they're gonna leave it. Once that happens, shit's gonna hit the fan here when more and more countries start leaving the dollar.
Well, it's not even that they're leaving the dollar. It's that because we technically have so many loans taken from China, from other countries. Yeah. And basically what's happening is our, because countries have a credit score, just like individuals have a credit score, and it's getting so bad. And
Can
so
Mexico
negative.
buy a house right now, you think?
No, I don't know. But, I mean, it's getting the problem where they're going to start saying, give us our money or, you're going to be in trouble. And we can't. We cannot pay back our debts. People are going to stop loaning to us. They're going to stop investing in us, and they're going to pull their loans from us.
Well, China's already slowly buying up this country.
Yeah.
People don't realize that, but slowly by slowly, they have a huge stake in Hollywood. Huge. People don't. Why do you think everything gets approved by China now with the movies that go to their country? You think we care about their couple $1 million that they're going to give to us in the box office? No, they are putting a lot of their money. A lot of the movies nowadays you're seeing is backed secretly by the China. That's not, if you just do a typical search Chinese Hollywood, you know what's going to happen? You're going to see all the movies they've been backing. So people don't even realize that. So they're slowly buying up shit. Anyways, what else do we have in the news? Way too serious.
Well, this one's pretty serious, but I thought it was fake when I read it, and I'm still a little torn on that idea. There was a 17-year-old girl that was struck by lightning while she was masturbating.
The apocalypse is here.
Yeah, there's nothing more disgusting than the thought of a teenage girl touching herself. Well, nature agrees too. Jennifer Connery of
just before you read that website is actually a Christian website.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why they're saying horrifying. That's why they.
Well, that's what I was
listen to how it's worded.
Well, I know. If I read it, you're going to be like, "What the hell?"
Were those people on the beach that got struck by lightning? Were they masturbating?
Yes. Everyone who gets struck by lightning is masturbating.
Oh my God, David! No, my God, I got to call him now.
But she's from Nebraska. She was struck by lightning this past Tuesday while masturbating outside behind a tree. Quote, "We don't let our kids masturbate in the home for this very reason. So I guess she had to sneak outside, embarrassed father Winston Connery was quoted as saying when contacted,
Well, Tommy, there's a thunderstorm coming, which means your daughter Betsy's probably whacking it. Go find her behind that there tree over there and bring her back and give her the Bible.
Here's the funny thing. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
According to medical experts, the moisture between her genitals and her fingertips served as a conductor and caused a lot of damage.
It's
to nerve
scientifically
endings.
proven.
That's amazing.
Science and God agree for the first time.
The really bummer thing, though, is it says there's a sad chance she won't get feeling back in that area. I know. That's really sad.
She's wishing for death right now.
But these people, this Christian site, feels like it's punishment, like that she deserved this because she did something that isn't allowed.
Can you imagine being raised in a family like that?
No.
I mean, listen, my family was religious growing up, and I've kind of ran from that. But they're not like that. They're very open-minded towards things. They believe they live the way they want to live. They don't like expect others to do it. They don't judge you. Oh, you deserve that because you ain't serving the Lord. Yeah, that's crazy talk.
That's crazy talk. I like read this article 3 times.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it baffled me, because you cannot tell me that these people don't masturbate. You cannot tell me that ever.
You can't tell me nobody masturbates. Everybody on this, you want to talk about science? That's scientific fact. Unless that you just aren't a sexualized person and you just don't have a high sex drive, everybody masturbates. Everybody does. I mean, you may go a couple months without doing it. Not everybody needs it like that. But eventually, 2 or 3 months down the road, you're not getting the action. Guess what you're going to be doing? Exactly.
I know.
Then everyone's dead on this planet.
We're all condemned.
That's how the world will end, in a great lightning storm.
We're all going to be masturbating.
Yeah.
That's the way to
It'll
go
be
out.
Noah, and then someone's going to have to build an ark.
Maybe that's what happened with the flood. Maybe that's what started it.
It was just
but
all
people
the
masturbating.
semen?
Oh, Jesus, Maggie. Well, I guess Samantha just orgasmed with that last strike. That was only. Hold on a second here. You hear that rump? Oh, I just saw a flash. Let's count how many seconds. 1. Oh shit! Samantha's only less than a mile away of masturbating.
That was the fastest orgasm in history.
It was electric.
She saw God, literally.
All right, what else do we have?
Well, Spider-Man isn't the hero we all thought he was. He slugged an officer in Times Square.
It's because he didn't get to Comic-Con.
Probably.
Or he didn't get to masturbate as a child, and he's angry now.
He's very upset.
A man dressed as Spider-Man was arrested on charges that he slugged a police officer who told him to stop harassing tourists in Times Square. Junior Bishop, 25 of Brooklyn, was charged with assaulting an officer, resisting arrest, and criminal mischief. The New York Police Department said the officer assaulted Saturday an 18-month veteran and one of about 50 officers patrolling the bustling tourist area. Stepped in after Bishop demanded at least $5 from a woman who posed for a picture with him instead of the $1 tip she offered. So he felt he got screwed pretty much out of his full fee there. And police said a costumed bishop put out his hand and told the woman 5s, 10s, or 20s only. Police said the officer told him he could only accept tips, not require payment, and Bishop yelled and cursed at the officer. Police said and told him, mind your own expletive business. Police said the officer asked for identification, and when Bishop failed to produce any, moved to arrest him. Bishop broke free and punched the officer in the face, police said, causing a cut and eye swelling. The officer, whose name was not released, was treated and released at New York University's medical center. Other officers arrived and hauled Spider-Man away. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't hear more stories of this with all the uprising Comic-Cons and all the uprising Comic-Con freaks, how people love comic book movies more and more and more and more. It's getting more and more acceptable and out of hand.
This sounds like a story that I've heard in front of the Chinese Grauman Theater in Hollywood. Because there's a lot of people that dress up. And I know that there have been incidents where, if you take a picture with, a Charlie Chaplin impersonator.
Superman.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you don't tip them.
They harass you, yeah.
I'm surprised that they have that sort of stuff in Times Square now.
Well,
they've always had
you're
it.
You're gonna see more and more people. I'm waiting for that one guy who's a badass to dress up, because you hear all these stories of people dressing up and then doing stupid shit. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for that one true Bruce Wayne type guy who's rich as fuck, who actually left to go learn martial arts and comes back as a true crime fighter. Like, where are these people? They have to exist. There's got to be someone out there like Chuck Norris in real life who's just a fucking badass. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna fight crime. And you know what? When I do this, I'm gonna wear a mask and a cool suit.
There's a guy in Seattle that actually does it, and he's been arrested like 5 times.
But he's a jackass, though. Right? He's a jackass.
He
like
can fight.
Yeah, but he's a jackass. Like if you talk, I've read about him, and he's kind of a moron.
Well,
like I want
any moron is going to
no.
do it.
Look, Christian Bale wasn't a moron.
Okay.
You want someone who's actually going to
We need someone to fight to save the Jews and the Palestinians from killing themselves.
Well, we need to have someone volunteer to like get in front of like some
We
sort
need
of gamma bomb.
We need a Jewish superhero. Like I'm Jewish, man.
Let's do some experiments on like certain people and see if we can change him into the Hulk.
Save our debt.
Jewish man would save our debt.
See?
What's the name of that Jewish song again?
Which one?
Just Bar Mitzvah song.
Yeah, famous Jewish song. Hold on.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
Just play with
Oh, there it is. No, like we need somebody to. We need a. You know how like Superman was the American hero for many years. Like we need someone to save the Jews from their own, from themselves, and from the Palestinians.
We need a billionaire to become Tony Stark. And
what do you mean? You think we already
Man.
have one?
I think they already went through the Holocaust and
Oh, that's
like
well. You know what? Why can't he travel back in time and stop the Holocaust?
he could if he was a true superhero.
Yeah, and this is
one of those billionaires needs to come up with like Tony Stark, create the armored suit.
I'm Jewish, man.
Yes, there, and then fly to the Middle East and start kicking.
They call
ass.
me Heisenberg. That's already been used. I just think, we need someone to save that part of the world. We need like an Arab Muslim superhero or a Jewish superhero, somebody that can save those people out there. Because that part of the world is fucked. From the beginning of time, that part of the world has been a lost cause. And yet this country will not just do this. They won't just take their hands and wipe themselves of the entire situation. Like, we're done. We're out. We have our own natural resources. We have our own oil. Yeah. We don't need this shit anymore. We're done, people. We're out.
I'm just waiting to just stand on the sideline and watch, and let's see, last man standing gets Israel.
Yeah. Seriously. That place is... Since biblical times, that place has been cursed.
This is sad.
And
to say,
though.
I'll tell you what, they're gonna run out of places to bury their dead.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a situation that cannot be fixed, and no one sees it that way. It will never be fixed. Anyways, what else we got in the news? We're getting way too serious this week. What?
That's all we got.
Oh, that's all we have. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with an all-new show. Also, you can find our shows on Stitcher. Just search Rain Man and leave us a review. Tony, anything you want to say before you go? Where can they find you, Tony? Comic Book Chaos?
Comic Book Chaos.
On your network that you run.
Another network.
And what is that called?
The Propaganda Podcasting Network.
Okay. Are you the minister of podcasting or whatever it's called?
We have certain ministers.
Who's in charge?
Who's in charge?
Yeah.
It's all a collective.
It's you.
It's a collective.
You're in charge.
It's a collective.
Yeah, but who does all the work?
It's all for one, one for all.
Who's the Michael Flores of that network and does all the work? You. Melissa, anything? What can we do to? Where can we find you?
You know what's? I just changed my name on Twitter, but I would appreciate a follow. It's actor Mickey Hendricks.
Why Mickey?
Mickey Mouse. Hello.
Oh, okay.
But I changed. It's MIKKI and then HENDRIX.
That's way too confusing.
Maggie.
No, I'm just laughing at our situation.
Well, and just so that you listeners out there, I didn't address this situation, but Melissa will actually be in the show now. She's the official co-host. She'll be my right arm. And Aisha has stepped down. She's going back to school. Plus, there was just a lot of other clash of personality. We didn't have any issues with each other necessarily, but it was just really hard to do a show with someone that had minimal like radio experience. And she said she can do another, I think, a month and a half before she had to leave. And I'm like, you know what? Just step down. It's all good. I appreciate the time you spent in. And I'd rather bring in Melissa. I probably should have brought in Melissa, Tony, and Brian from the very beginning. But I just didn't, I didn't know what Melissa's situation was with the whole situation with, Danny Boy, and I didn't know what the situation was with Tony. So now that I know,
Just
so stupid. I can cut that out if you don't want it.
I don't care. Do what you want.
Anyways, all right, that is it for today. We'll be back next week. Later.
Let's get the fuck out of this motherfucking hellhole!